I'm doing another movie review with this son of a bitch.
How you doing?
And the review we want to do is Batman and Mr. Freeze, Subzero. Now, this came out in like 97 or 98, and this is a spin-off movie of the television series Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
And why don't you explain the plot line of this?
The plot to Batman Subzero is that from a unfortunate submarine accident,
Yeah.
Nora Freeze, as you know, who is right there in the cryogenic chamber thing, basically the submarine causes that to tip over and break open, basically releasing her from her Subzero sleepage. And so it turns out that because of that, Freeze has to act quickly in order to save her. And so it turns out that Nora Freeze has a rare blood type. Rare type of blood, where Batgirl Barbara Gordon conveniently has. So basically the whole plot of the movie is saving Barbara Gordon, Batman and Robin join
because
forces.
Mr. Freeze, he kidnaps Barbara Gordon, and so Batman and Robin have to save her.
Yep.
But one thing I do want to mention about this is the Mr. Freeze in this show, like, the show Batman the Animated Series basically reinvented the character of Freeze.
Yes,
because in the comics before, he was just like a two-dimensional character, but this actually gave him a really tragic backstory.
Oh, he has the worst luck ever.
Yeah, you feel genuinely sorry for him, because he's a villain who, in a lot of ways, was forced into his situation.
And especially with the animated series. If you go by his history in the animated series, like I said, you will see that he has the worst luck ever.
Yeah.
You feel so bad for him.
Yeah, he's definitely one of Batman's most sympathetic villains, even though he actually does have quite a few sympathetic villains, like Harvey Dent being one of them.
Of course,
But,
he's probably the most tragic, though, to be fair, you know.
Yeah. At least in the animated series. Before in the comics, he was just done almost for comic relief, but this character is more... In the show, he's more of a three-dimensional character, which is one of the great things that the show did, because it actually really... The show really influenced the comics in a lot of ways.
It really fleshed out a lot of the characters.
You know, Now, this movie is, I believe, in terms of the continuity, supposed to be set before the 4th season of Batman the Animated Series, because Dick Grayson is still Robin in this, and I know in the 4th season of the animated series, it's Tim Drake who's Robin, and basically Dick Grayson in the 4th season is Nightwing.
Yeah,
so,
and Barbara Gordon's still wearing her, like, pajama Batgirl suit.
Yeah, so I would say continuity-wise, this is set before...
Season 4.
Yeah. And the animation to this is more similar to the first 3 seasons of the show.
Yeah, with a lot of CGI.
I didn't like the CGI, though. The CGI didn't work for me.
The CGI, it's very noticeable. Very noticeable. It's like computer graphics. It works, but kind of doesn't. Like, it's noticeable, but I think it does the job justice, to be fair. But, no, definitely the CGI takes you out of it a little bit if you're looking for that stuff.
Now, what's interesting is I heard this movie was actually made almost as kind of an apology for Batman and Robin. Like, they wanted to do they wanted to do a another movie where Mr. Freeze is the villain, but that doesn't suck. So,
that
I heard this movie was pretty much made to almost apologize for Batman and Robin, basically.
And it does it justice. I mean, I'll tell you, when I first watched this movie when I was a kid, the movie made me cry. Especially the ending sequence, the big climax sequence at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I tell you, that sequence is probably one of the best sequences I've ever seen in overall in the entire series. I mean, it's just really incredible. A lot of drama, especially with parts. I don't want to give too much away for spoilers, but basically watch it. It's just a blast of drama and just pure action. It's really well done. Totally recommend it.
Yeah, and to be honest, this is kind of what Batman and Robin should have been. I mean, obviously, they would have to rework that to make it fit in the Tim Burton/Schumacher universe, but yeah, this would have been... this is a much better movie about Mr. Freeze and Batman Robin was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It definitely executed the material better than Batman and Robin.
The ice puns. But,
Check
yeah.
out dickwad.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Batman and Mr. Freeze Subzero, I would recommend it, definitely.
Totally recommend it. Check it out.
I mean, it is still a kid's movie, but for a kid's movie, it's very well done, pretty well written, I would say.
Story-wise, it's not as it's hard to say because I consider Mask of the Phantasm the best of the animated series, and that's because the writing and the story and the way it moves along and everything, the pacing, it's all executed brilliantly. This one's a little bit slow setting everything up.
Yeah.
But once Barbara Gordon gets kidnapped, that's when things start going haywire, and that's when the movie gets really freaking good. On just overall story and characters and the whole freaking 9 yards. Totally recommend it. Check it out.
Yes. It's a very good film.
Yes. Second best.
Yes. So stay tuned for our next Batman review, which is Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. What the hell is that?